Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the Mezco 112 Collective Robin. This is Damian Wayne as Robin. Now it's interesting, for many years Mezco said they weren't going to do any of the sidekicks, but now, here's Robin, we have a Nightwing on the way. I'm happy they finally budged on that one. Now this is the Damian Wayne Robin, but the logo they use on the front is Tim Drake's logo. It's his signature R. I found that kind of interesting, kind of odd. So let's take a look at the packaging. Robin, 112 Collective, Pose, Play, Display, DC. One side, got the Robin logo. On the back, Damian Wayne, angry. At the bottom, a bunch of credits. There's a barcode if that happens to help anybody. So with no further ado, let's open it up. And I did end up getting two of these figures. One of which to open and enjoy, and the other one to keep unopened in my complete Batman-related unopened action figure collection. Now I always like to show off the packaging of these Mezco figures because it's so elaborate. Here's the outer box. Here's the inner clamshell taken out of the box. Here's the first layer taken off the clamshell, exposing the figure and some of the accessories. Then the next layer of the packaging removed, exposing even more accessories in the display base. And the next layer removed, giving you access to the final accessories. I just want to show off how elaborate the packaging is. Mezco is top-notch in almost every way, shape, and form. Alright, now that this figure out of the package, here he is with all his accessories laid out, and he comes with a ton of stuff. We have a display stand, the baggie to hold all of his accessories, 10 alternate hands, totaling 12 interchangeable hands, 3 heads, a breathing mask, a bow, 3 arrows, looks like 5 batarangs, and then maybe sort of a big batarang brass knuckle thing. We have a big staff, a sword, a wrist grapple launcher, and a grapple for it. But before I take a look at all that, let's talk about and check out the actual figure. So this is Damian Wayne as Robin. Most of you know who he is, but here's a quick description. Damian Wayne is the 4th Robin. He's the son of Bruce Wayne and Talia al Ghul. She drugged him. He didn't even know that he had a son. He was raised by Ra's al Ghul in the League of Shadows, and then given to Batman when he was like 10. A little bit older now. Damian Wayne is kind of a punk. He was raised by killing everybody, and now he's part of the Bat family. Some people like him, some people don't. It just depends on how he is. So let's take a look at him. Starting with his face here, he has his cape with his hood, the Damian's signature look. Now the hood is removable, so is the cape. He has 3 different heads. It looks pretty good. I like the green, the red, the gold, the yellow. It all seems appropriate for Damian. His outfit, a little bit longer, kind of has sort of a ninja-esque style to it. You can see his R here. He's got the sort of buckles, signature Robin stuff. It has a wire in the cape. It looks pretty good as a whole. So far, I'm pleased. So far, so good. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt. It does seem a little snug in there. I did take the hood off already one time, so maybe I didn't quite put it back on right. I don't know. Either way, you have the option to have the cape and hood on, cape and hood off, or you can probably put the hood down too. And here's the figure broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories, and let's start off with the boring stuff. He comes with this little baggie here, 112 Collective. Nice and convenient to store all your accessories. So here's the display stand. It comes in 2 separate pieces, and they actually use Damian's R for the display stand. When put together, it looks like this. We have R for Robin, then we have this flight post at the bottom. It can rotate, it's hinged here, has rotation at the top, and then has a clamp to hold your figure. Now let's check out his hands. He has a total of 12 of them, 5 right hands and 7 left hands. Here he is with his first pair of hands. These are his fists. And here he is with his second pair of hands. This is a pair of gripping hands. Then, with his third pair of hands, this is another pair of gripping hands with a smaller grip. And here, with another pair of gripping hands with an even smaller grip, probably for the batarangs. Here's Robin with a pair of flat or open hands. And he still has 2 more left hands. Here's his first left hand. This one looks like a regular hand, would look good relaxed at his sides. Not sure why this didn't come with a pair. And finally, with his last left hand, this one has sort of a semi-transparent effect and a batarang in midair. Now let's look at his heads. He has a total of 3 of them. The first one with a regular expression, the second one almost with a smiling expression, and the last one with an angry expression. Here he is with his first head. This one has the most normal expression. Then, with his second head, he's almost smiling. Then, with his third head, Damian is angry, pissed off, and ready for war. Now for his cape and hood piece. Now I think this is a huge missed opportunity. They should have also included simply a cape. That way you could have him with the hood down, and no hood at all. That being said, this thing is still pretty cool. Sort of leathery on the outside. It's got a bendy wire here, and then around the top of the hood. Now, odd thing is it has these two sort of stretchy little straps on the inside. You can see they have a little give to them. And they go under his arms. And the cool thing about that is it sort of pulls the hood down and keeps it secure and close to his body. Yellow on the inside, black on the out. Here's Damian without the hood and cape on. And here he is with the hood and cape attached. You also have the option to put his hood down behind his head. I think this is the best look, as it seems a little too snug with the hood over his head. Now I really do wish they gave the option of a cape with no hood. He also has his face mask. Not really sure what this is. Originally I thought it was maybe a breathing mask, but it looks like, I don't know, maybe it's going to protect his face, but why just the mouthpiece? I don't know. Here's Robin without the mask, and then with the mask attached. Here's his staff. The staff, it's mostly black. It has some red pieces here, a little bit of silver, a ton of different sculpting detail all over the thing where he's going to grip it. Here's Damian holding his staff. He can hold it with either one hand or with two. Now for a sword. Looks like a samurai sword, maybe a katana. Blade looks pretty good, and it has a very familiar sculpted detail on the handle. And then Damian holding that sword. Now for his batarangs. He has a total of 6 of them. Although the top thing looks like it could be some sort of brass knuckles as well. When I looked at the description of the accessories, it said he came with 6 batarangs. But to me, these just look like batarangs. Here's Damian holding and getting ready to throw his smaller batarang. Then his medium-sized batarang. I do like this red batarang. It's very appropriate for Robin or even Batwoman. And here, holding his largest batarang. He can hold it like a regular batarang or use his handle in the middle. Now for his grapnel launcher and bat rope. He has this very small grapnel launcher. It's going to attach onto his wrist. And then it has this grapple with rope made with a bendy wire. Here's Damian with the wrist launcher attached. And here with the grapple hook and rope attached. And his final accessories, the bow and arrow. Now he has this bow here. When I first looked at it, I was like, what the hell is this? But you can kind of extend it out. Once that's done, takes on the shape. Come on, look at it. Takes on the shape of a bow. It's got a bendy wire back here. It actually looks pretty cool. The arrows also look cool. Would be a nice accessory for Damian Wayne or for one of your Red Arrow or Arsenal figures. Here's Damian holding and getting ready to fire that bow. Now they've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories. Now let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, staying about 6.25 inches tall, which can translate to just under 16 centimeters. Now for his articulation. Starting with his head, of course, he can rotate from side to side. He can look up and down a pretty good amount. Tilt his head from one side to the other. Shoulders on a ball joint, goes out way more than 90 degrees. Very good range of motion on his shoulders. He's got a bicep cut in there. Double jointed elbows. His wrists can rotate and is hinged. In his torso, he's got a ball joint, rotate around, forward and back. Another ball joint in his waist, rotate around, forward and back. Between the two, very nice range of motion. Legs, complete as a splits, very nice stretchy material here. And they've got rotation of the thigh, forward all the way, back not much. Double jointed knees, and the ankle, forward and back, rotate, tilt rock, and there you have it. Here's a look at Damian Wayne with his original family, Ra's al Ghul, his grandfather, and Talia al Ghul, his mother. That was his old family, and then this is his new family. Here's Damian Wayne leading the League of Shadows into battle. This is always Ra's al Ghul's dream, but it never came into fruition. Damian Wayne ended up going to his father. Here's a look at Damian Wayne on a rooftop overlooking Gotham. And here's Damian standing with his mentor and father Batman. Now let's check him out next to some other action figures, starting off with some other Damian Wayne figures. Here he is, next to all of my Mattel, DC Universe Classics, and Multiverse Damian Wayne figures. 2 are official releases, and then 2 are sort of just part swap between each other. Then, next to my DC Direct and DC Collectibles Damian Wayne figures. And now, next to a custom Damian Wayne figure that I made many years before anyone actually made one. And here, next to an Art FX 7-inch scale Damian Wayne statue. And here he is, next to all the McFarlane DC Multiverse Damian Wayne figures. Then, next to a custom Damian Wayne in civilian attire that I put together. Here are all of my different Damian Wayne 6 and 7-inch scale figures next to each other. I have a total of 18 of them. I had no idea I had so many at this point. Now let's check him out next to some other Mezco figures. Here he is, next to several different Mezco Batman figures from their own trilogy. And here he is, next to even more Mezco Batman figures. Here's Robin, next to some Mezco Batman villains. Then, next to even more Mezco Batman villains. And now, with even more Mezco figures. And finally, next to some female Mezco figures. Now let's check him out next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in, both scale and style-wise, in case you don't know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a Mezco figure, they're kind of between the 6 and 7-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of these smaller action figure lines I collect, and work way larger. Here he is, next to some Jazzwares Fortnite figures, and some SH Figure Arts figures. And here he is, next to some Hasbro Marvel Legends, and some Mafex DC figures. Then, next to another one of my wife's houseplants. Here's Robin, next to some Mattel and some NECA figures. And here he is, next to both some Mattel and some Jazzwares wrestling figures. Then, next to some DC Direct and some McFarlane Batman figures. And finally, next to some DST, Diamond Select toys, and some Jakks Pacific wrestling figures. So overall, it's a nice Robin figure. I would say my biggest complaint would be the hood. When the hood is up, it looks way too snug and cozy, covers up too much of his face, it's too high in his chin, and when the hood's down, it also doesn't look that great. I really wish they'd given him an alternate cape without the hood, that we could have a cape with the hood up, and then cape with the hood down, and then cape with no hood at all. That would be my preferred look for him. I feel like if I find a new cape for this guy, it'll actually improve the figure. And that sucks because the cape and hood is pretty nice it came with, but the hood itself just has some issues where it doesn't look right all the time. His accessories are fantastic. Articulation is excellent. The cloth soft goods is not obstructed at all. Sculpt and paint job, great. Like I said, the only complaint I have is that hood. If I were to rate this guy, probably give him like a 7, maybe 7.5 out of 10. The hood is what prevents him from being a strong 8.5. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say with the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.